Denny Hamlin just had one of his best nights of the season. And then NASCAR hauled his car away. That's not a rumor. That's exactly what happened at Chicagoland Speedway after the Aero 400. And right now, the entire NASCAR world is asking the same question. What do they find? We're going to break it all down. The race, the inspection, and what it really means for Hamlin's 2026 season. Stay with me, because this one is worth understanding. Let's go back to Saturday qualifying. Denny Hamlin claimed the Busch Light pole by just 0.001 seconds over Kyle Larson, circling the 1.5-mile Chicagoland Oval at 178.241 miles per hour. After securing that pole, Hamlin delivered one of the most confident quotes of the season. "I'm the Chicago master, what can I say?" But Hamlin himself acknowledged some fortune was involved. Cloud cover during his run kept the track cooler, while later qualifiers dealt with full sun and slower corner speeds. He credited his team for overnight work fixing the car's balance after a difficult Friday practice. Behind him, Chris Buescher qualified third, Brad Keselowski fourth, and Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe swept fifth through seventh. Nearly a complete Joe Gibbs Racing lockout of the top seven. The track itself added a unique layer of challenge. This was NASCAR's first return to Chicagoland since 2019, a 7-year absence. And no Cup team had ever raced a next-gen car here before. The bumps were unlike anything crews expected. Turn 3 and 4 featured a massive spike bump near the tunnel with enormous amplitude, while Turn 1 carried longer duration, high-frequency washboard bumps. The front stretch patch was described as a launch point, cars going nearly airborne. Chris Gale, crew chief of the number 11 team, noted that an April tire test gave Hamlin's group a slight but meaningful edge. Tire strategy was also a serious concern. If caution stacked every 10 to 15 laps, teams risked running out of tires entirely. Then came Sunday night. The race was barely 2 corners old before chaos erupted. A chain reaction wreck in Turn 2 saw John Hunter Nemechek's Toyota force Ricky Stenhouse Jr. into the outside wall. Rookie Connor Zilisch was collected, nosing hard into the inside wall with his car destroyed. It marked the 4th time in 7 races that Zilisch was eliminated in last place, finishing 38th. Ryan Preece was also collected and lost 4 laps, while his car was repaired. The bad luck didn't stop there. Kyle Larson, running third on lap 93, spun sideways in Turn 4, sliding into the infield grass and requiring a tow truck to return to the pavement. He lost 2 laps, finished 34th, and also dropped his in-season challenge matchup against William Byron. Then, on lap 134, Tyler Reddick suffered a radiator puncture from an errant splitter stay, losing 29 laps during repairs and falling 44 points behind Hamlin in the standings. Through all that chaos, the race took real shape. William Byron led a race-high 94 laps. Denny Hamlin ran near the front all night and led 30 laps. Chase Briscoe was quietly positioning himself for something big. The race featured 28 lead changes among 13 drivers, intensely competitive from start to finish. The decisive moment came on lap 215 of 267. Briscoe pitted for his final stop while leading. Byron followed a lap later, but lost the lead in the exchange. Briscoe grabbed the top spot and never gave it back, leading the final 46 laps wire to wire. Christopher Bell launched a hard charge on the final lap, but got trapped in dirty air, allowing Briscoe to power across the line 0.276 seconds ahead of his teammate. In victory lane, an emotional Chase Briscoe, driving the number 19 Stewart-Haas Racing Toyota, celebrated his first win of 2026, his first ever at Chicagoland, and the 6th of his career. Briscoe captured the moment perfectly. "I feel so American winning in the base Pro Shops red, white, and blue car, 4th of July weekend, 250 years. It was a 1-2-3 finish for Joe Gibbs Racing. Only the 8th time in organization history, and 7 Toyotas finished in the top 10, a manufacturer record. Bell crossed second, but couldn't hide his frustration after a 4th runner-up finish with no wins. "I'm just a second-place driver. That's what I am." Byron finished 5th and Hamlin took 4th, extending his points lead over Reddick to 44 points. Then came the moment nobody expected. After the race, NASCAR reporter Matt Weaver shared the update. Inspection is completed in the Cup Series garage with no issues. Briscoe's win was officially confirmed. Normal week, right? Not quite. NASCAR then confirmed that 2 cars were being sent to the Research and Development Center in Concord, North Carolina. Denny Hamlin's number 11 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota and Alex Bowman's number 48 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. So what exactly is the R&D Center? It's NASCAR's home base for deep, detailed inspections. At-track checks happen quickly with limited tools. The R&D Center allows officials to conduct a full teardown, pulling the car apart piece by piece, measuring every component, studying the engine, and checking every single part against the rulebook. Here's the critical thing to understand. Going to the R&D Center is not automatic proof of wrongdoing. Most cars that go there come back completely clean. It is sometimes just routine selection. It happens to winning cars and innocent teams regularly. But the stakes are real. In the next-gen era, teams have lost 100-plus points from a single inspection finding. In NASCAR, points equal playoff berths. Losing 100 can destroy a whole season in one afternoon. This inspection drama wasn't isolated. Kyle Larson and Michael McDowell both faced pre-race inspection issues. 2 Chevrolet teams were flagged before the race even started. NASCAR was clearly in fine detail mode all weekend, making that post-race R&D trip feel even more significant. Chase Briscoe, by contrast, sailed through every check clean. Denny Hamlin enters this situation as the Cup Series points leader, having already won multiple races in 2026 and consistently running near the front. There is no proof of wrongdoing, not a single shred. The only confirmed fact is that NASCAR wants a closer look, and a closer look is not a guilty verdict. But if something is found, the penalty could be devastating to his playoff positioning. And with Tyler Reddick just 44 points back, every single point matters. Hamlin is also co-owner of 2311 Racing alongside Michael Jordan, making him one of the most consequential figures in the sport. Any points penalty right now could flip the standings entirely. The transparency of sending cars to the R&D Center shows NASCAR is serious about enforcement, and the inspection drama at Chicagoland, both pre-race and post-race, confirms that no team is above scrutiny. Now NASCAR will complete the teardown of both the number 11 and number 48 cars, and all eyes are locked on Concord, North Carolina for the results. The Cup Series heads next to Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta, where on July 12th, the Hamlin vs. Eric Jones winner faces the Bell vs. Bisher winner in the in-season challenge quarterfinals. The Atlanta race could look very different depending on what the R&D Center reveals. If you've made it this far, thank you genuinely. It means everything. This channel is brand new, and we are working hard every single day to build something real for NASCAR fans who want deep, honest coverage. We are trying to reach 2,000 subscribers. And if this video gave you value, please hit like and subscribe. It costs nothing, but it changes everything for us. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think NASCAR finds anything inside Denny Hamlin's number 11 car? And is Hamlin your pick to win the championship in 2026? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.